So the thing about love bombing me is it works, okay? Because why wouldn't you want to spoil me and take care of me and tell me I'm beautiful every fucking day and hang out with me every single second of the day? And like, why wouldn't you? You know? So I am all for love bombing. But the second it ends, baby, as soon as the love bombing ends, like as soon as he's not up your ass anymore and he's not telling you you're beautiful every fucking day and you're sitting there starting to wonder, like, did I do something wrong? Like, why isn't he texting me as much? Why isn't he calling me as much? And that's when you start to lose your motherfucking mind, okay? As soon as your brain starts to go like, why isn't he fucking with me? Like, why isn't he doing more? Like, I should do this. Done. Okay? That's what you need to learn, okay? Because these motherfuckers are going to love bomb you. Hopefully you find one that just doesn't stop, okay? He's the one, he loves you, and he, like, that love bombing is really just genuine interest and appreciation for how wonderful of a woman you are. But if it's not, because it probably isn't, because it's usually not the case, just enjoy the ride, and as soon as it stops, you get off. Free. Find another one.
What's good? Welcome back to the Renaissance Man's Templar, a place for you to come in from the battlefield of life to create, reflect, refocus, and remember, the war is yours, so let's conquer it. This is power, what separates the boys from the men, and if you want to conquer it with me, I suggest you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, and join the league of extraordinary spiritual kings. Her miss you, even if she isn't interested. In order to make someone miss you, even if they aren't interested, you gotta give space. You know, sometimes the best way to make someone miss you is to create distance. Avoid constant communication and let her have some time to think about you. You know, but what a lot of us want to do is we want to overwhelm the woman with attention. We want to overwhelm the woman with gifts, and we want to forcibly be on their mind. By giving space, you allow her to do some of the work, to be able to reach out to you. You know, you don't want to smother her. You know, give her some air to breathe, and when she's ready, when she's interested, she'll be calling you. Number 2, be unpredictable. Don't always, give her too much space. Don't always use one strategy to do this. You know, keep her guessing by not always being available and then being available. This intrigue can spark her curiosity and make her think about you more. Number 3, focus on yourself. So when you are giving her space and you're focusing on herself, invest time in your hobbies, your interests, and self-improvement. You know, post on your social media of you working out, of, you being productive. People are often attracted to those who are confident and passionate about their own lives. You know, be interested in your life. Make your life interesting. Don't just be sitting there on your phone all day scrolling on social media. Don't just be, trying to check her location, figure out what she got going on all the time. You know, actually create a schedule for yourself and knock off those things on your checklist that you know you have to do, that you've been avoiding doing. Number 4, create positive memories. One of the most important things that you can do is use your time wisely when you're with her. You know, one of the most important things is making her feel good. So it's important that when you're in her presence that you make her feel good and that you'll have a good time. If you have shared good memories and good moments, remind her of those indirectly through mutual friends or social media. You know, a positive association can evoke feelings of nostalgia. Number 5, stay friendly. If you encounter her, be warm and friendly without being overly eager. This can leave a lasting impression. Try not to be, so negative. Try not to be the source of negative energy. If you have to check a woman, if you have to check something that you didn't like, do that and move on. But don't, y'all like to keep trying to make the point. Once you've said it and you don't have anything more to say, don't repeat yourself over and over again. This goes into staying friendly. You know, you can say things in a friendly way, but also in a stern way. Number 6, be less available. If she reaches out and you're actually busy, respond, but don't always be immediately available. You know, this can create a sense of longing. Plan dates, plan time to spend together, you know, so that she knows, okay, we're going to spend time on this day, but don't always be available. You know, every time she wants to hang out with you, every time she wants to be on the phone and talk on the phone, you know, you have things to do. You can't just be on the phone giggling and laughing all day. You can't just be available to waste your time. You know, be more serious about your life and what you have going on. Number 7, communicate openly. If the relationship allows, consider expressing your feelings honestly. Sometimes clarity can lead to deeper feelings. This goes back into creating positive memories. You know, use those opportunities that y'all do spend together to really deepen the connection. Number 8, use social media wisely. Share experiences and adventures online. This can show her that you're living your life fully, which may make her reflect on you. But you don't want to be posting things that make you look spiteful, that make you look salty. Oh, people can be on social media, but they can't reply to my texts and stuff like that. You know, you want to avoid doing stuff like that. So remember, there's no guaranteed way to make someone miss you, especially if they're not interested. Focus on being the best version of yourself, and the right connection will follow naturally. This is power, what separates the boys from the men. And if you like more content like this, I suggest you give this video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the League of Extraordinary Spiritual Kings. And until next time, the world is yours.